All right, peace and blessings, everybody. This is another spoken word piece. And the title of this is, I'm really not for sure, but I'm giving it the title. I don't know if it has to have the label, but my thoughts was the consequences of black institutional collapse. And I know, maybe I might get some flack, you know, because I was thinking, what black institutions do we have? You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, well, I'm pretty sure somebody gonna be like, well, we got, the Greek sorority. Well, those are Greek sorority groups, and but uh, you know, I just think that there needs to be a reconstruction, a rehaul of these things or whatever, especially when in our communities we don't have the four basic institutions, grocery store, bank, school, what is it, grocery store, bank, school, and a hospital, owned by us, taking care of us. So, anyway, here's another piece. I hope you enjoyed it. It might be kind of long, so I warn you, it's long. Here I go. Before I start, my out date is Juneteenth, so that's a beautiful thing, no doubt. I just want to say that because I'm getting ready to start this piece off somewhat talking about that. All right, here we go. I read that Juneteenth is considered America's second independence. Our African descendants would probably disagree. The 1863 decree did not guarantee or offer an opportunity for the formerly enslaved to be truly free. Liberation remained shackled to the southern plantation. Lincoln didn't want to end slavery, but placate and appease the North. The Emancipation Proclamation gave birth to a nation that the system couldn't abort. The people demanded child support from a Supreme Court who would illegally import human bodies off the port of Virginia. Abolition or abolition is the only way. As Lincoln sought to strengthen the North and weaken the South, as trackers discovered underground trails, freedom fighters had to deepen the route. And we've been asking for reparations to repair despair. Generations of young people trapped in cycles of violence, defiance expressed in our stands and stares. 40 acres, no parole papers, fades and tapers, economic control, police raising Quakers. We want to be Lakers instead of advocates and activists. I read that Juneteenth is considered America's second independence, the outdate of my 15-year sentence. The reconstruction of black civilization, Chancellor Williams. The rebirth of Afrocentric civilians, rebuilding sacred sanctuaries and pavilions. How could Black Lives Matter be a Marxist movement? Non-self-referential, neither culturally representative of a structure that needs improvement. Man, when money talks, there's often
this
not an
from
interpreter.
A correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
When money talks, there's often not an interpreter, just plutocratic inscriptions carved in the walls of Wall Street. While in search for her, that eternal maternal figure, man, I put a black face on the white sheet that hid the white face calling me nigger. After years of matrimonial beef, played out in the public, we expanded the generational gaps. The new era had to teach the Kango a subject that demanded we trade hats. At first, it was a social experiment, some improv, some scripted. We Africanized liberal and progressive institutions that depicted us as being gifted and socially acceptable. But our culture, digitally impaired, but wheelchair accessible, our babies receptive antennas unable to decipher the truth. Yeah, I'm skeptical. We've been severed from the root, put on a pedestal but denied the proof. We must cultivate the spirit of our people through scientific knowledge, pay homage to the ancestors. Every historically black college should have a curriculum centered on African agency. Civil rights protesters should march for repatriation instead of a privilege that privileges us to consume. Another residential vacancy results in another empty chair inside an inner city classroom. You see, the innate hunger for freedom can no longer be suppressed. Liberation is inevitable. However, not all food at the table is edible. The Constitution may have been legible to its writers, but not credible enough to establish equality. Freedom fighters emerge with concrete commitments instead of abstract solutions to salvage our African heritage from southern plantations, revolutions rooted in our resistance to white supremacy led the obey man to recite incantations to awaken the memory. During the Delta wave state, the imagery of living a life according to my philosophy manifested in the mind of man. But when he awoke, he forgot the prophecy, went blind, and left his divinity in the sand. We must reconstruct the right hemisphere, boycott the spot. Does the center fear the thickening of the plot? The dinner here is hot. But did we settle for an anthem and a flag? A phantom citizen, identification held for ransom in a lab. Lift every voice. The struggle was too handsome. His story overshadowed her autograph. Another sexist tantrum over power and fame. Follow the path of Cleopatra. Well, that's not what I'm saying. Brothers, pursue your Nubian queens. Stop playing house. You've been out of your teens and tight jeans for a new era. Make this woman your spouse. Windex your mirror. Either stand up or stand down. Ain't no messing around. Quit procrastinating. Buy some land and put love in the ground. You see, growth and development you can't rush. That's why attitude is the mind's paintbrush. It can color any situation. The red, the black, and the green. Permanent. Genetic markers. Is there a prophetic for the soul? Prophetic altars where prayers and answer to prayers are offered as old. Ghetto marchers, martyrs, the young and the old. You see, we must demolish the existing list of chronological events that have been written and told. You see, the black man is just a golden effigy, a stolen legacy who now poses vogue. He deserted the hive, masculinity gone rogue. Tyrone is just a fictional job character taken from a stereotypical mode. The subtle tracks on the maps, well, we all over the globe. We must amend the social contracts. Children know nothing of parental binary code, lost in the world's refinery. The pathway to having knowledge of self is a mythical road. The irony, there is a mythical route to be taken. But we got to lighten our load. A vandal cannot lead the vanguard through government oppression and scandal. Stand scarred, holding on to material possessions without the handle. The hand barred from touching the sun. A scented candle lit for those victim to a mindless gun. Memories on mantle, a timeless drum. Of course you're all familiar with this. A spineless slum. Poverty stricken. Churches chicken, overcrowded residential districts, illegal searches, another seizure, law enforcement, cotton picking niggas in the sweltering heat for leisure. Attitude? Man, you damn straight. How can a dog eat from a man's plate? What happened to the ancestral shrines, taboos, and rituals, where the village has a beautiful tapestry of Afrocentric individuals? You see, we're more than black power and Negro spirituals. 5:55 a.m. trying to beat prostate cancer. Cup of coffee is strong. Hope you appreciate my candor, the fluctuation in my tone. I'm going to end this piece in peace. Maybe consider it part one. My tongue outfitted with radioactive razors, observation, periscopes that observe the box with built-in lasers. And these words spoken in pencil, written in pen, no erasers, trying to stencil out selective amnesia. But you know, we dream chasers. Attitude is the intellect's paintbrush. Everyone and everything is a canvas, even the haters, coloring every situation black. That's for the shaders, because even I can paint in abstract. And I come from a long line of creators. Now, can you get past that? Thank you. Thank you very much.